Welcome to another episode of Resource Machine. Okay, now in this episode today, I'm actually going to show you another machine that is really useful in any way. And I forgot to add one. Actually, no, I did not forget to add another block here. As you can see, these are the items you're definitely going to need for this resource machine alone. Now, you see that there's one block right here, and I'm gonna hit block it, and it's actually obsidian, as you can see the indication there. And so this resource machine is actually going to be obsidians, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and pick block if you have it as a control on one of your buttons on the control that you have. You're going to pick block this block here first. And then you're going to build the resource machine up 4 tiers. But you're going to leave this one open, okay? Let me see if I have that correct here. And I do, so. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and fill that square right there. And then we're going to go ahead and go, let's see, that's 3. Now we're going to do one more tier here. Now we're going to go ahead and build the top here. Except for these. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the 2 blocks down. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and get this here. And now, reason why I left it open like this, you're going to see what's going to be up inside this, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and grab, let's see here, this block and this block. You're going to need the dropper and the hopper. Okay? You're going to stand here and place the dropper right there. Alright? Now, the only thing is that I'm afraid of doing this wrong sometimes, but you know what? I have this by memory, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up for me. And just leave it open just like this for now until we close it. Okay? Now, now I'm going to go ahead and place block here, 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 there, and here. Okay, so you're going to leave it like that for now, and the reason why I did it like that is that so that you can place the hoppers a lot easier. So we're going to go ahead and place the hoppers just right where they're at. And I don't want to select that, thank you. Now, getting this hopper here to get right where I need it. So we're going to go ahead and pick block this chest here. And then go ahead and place it right here. Okay? So I'm going to let you guys catch up so that so you have an idea of what you're doing here. Alright. And moving on. Now, here comes the best part. Crouching. Yoo-hoo! Crouching. So we're going to go ahead and put the hopper that was left out. So we're going to put this hopper here. Okay? Now, so now that is basically how it's supposed to look like. Alright? Now, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. And then we're going to go ahead and pick block the slab here. Actually, hold on 1 second. It should be in a different spot here. We're going to pick block that. Pick block that. And yes, there's going to be a repeater involved, so I'm going to add that. So we're going to go ahead and do that right here. Let's see here. Pick, block, that. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and place it here and place the repeater there. Okay? And then now you got to remember placing the button in the right spot. Okay? You want to make sure you have it in the right spot so you can hear the clicking sound. But if it's filled up, you won't hear the clicking sound, so you know that it's there. That there's some items left in it. Okay? Now, here's the downside though. If you guys are having a hard time trying to open this chest up, well, that's what this stone slab is here for. So you're going to place that stone slab right there. Okay? So it's going to look like that. So you can still see somewhat up inside that. Now, you're going to get this stone here. Place it here, here. Okay? So it's going to look like that, pretty much. Alright? And now, that's basically just the front interface of how it's supposed to look like. Alright? Now, here comes the good part here. The main part of the machine. You can't have a machine that can't run on anything, right? So, this actually is how it would look like once it's finished. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and close this up. Alright? Now, here comes the good part. The very good part here. So we're going to go ahead and pick block this and this. Okay? I'm making it look like it's easy, so I just have to pick any block I want, just what's there. So, we're going to go ahead and place a 3 by 3, leaving the middle empty. Just like this. Okay, you're going to leave that empty, and you're going to place that there. Okay? The reason why netherrack is involved, you will see why. So, we're going to go ahead and place another ring, but leaving this space empty in the middle. Why? Well, ladies and gentlemen, any machine can't run on any fuel, right? So, it looks like it's being run just by fire as a smokestack. So you can see the smoke there, or the burnt particles that's going up from the smokestack. So if you stand right here, you can see the burnt particles just coming through the smokestack. So it looks like it's running all the time, but really you just built a smokestack just with the netherrack inside it. So you can really confuse people just by doing that. Just building a structure, and they question you like, how did you get this machine to run 24/7 of the game? Or 20 minutes of the game, I should say. And then you say, well, it runs by a smokestack. When you stand here, you can see that the machine itself is running. Pretty neat, huh? But to make it look like an actual cloud here, so we're going to go ahead and get sea lanterns. Okay? So we're going to go about 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to go up that high. Okay? We're going to go there and go ahead and make a little block section. So it looks like a cloud that sits there. But really it's not a cloud, really. So all it is just a sea lantern structure that looks cloud-like. But sometimes, if you have the CD texture pack, glowstone is the best. to make it look like an actual cloud, but it's actually lit at any way. Okay. Now the actual machine itself is ready, but now what to put in it? Well, I do. So you're gonna go ahead and get this obsidians here, because that's why I put this obsidian block right here. So that's why I place it there. So just give you an indication that the obsidian is actually involved in this machine. Okay, so then you're going to place the obsidians right there in the machine. Okay, now here's the thing. How would you know what kind of machine this is? Good question. And I can answer that for you. Item frame and the items you just put into the actual machine itself. You are definitely going to put the actual corresponding item that is required for the machine. Okay? So this is obsidian. Okay? And now it's going to autosave here, and I'm going to get myself distracted here. So that doesn't bug me. Oh, it's ready now. I just hate those autosaves sometimes. It just bugs the heck out of me in any way. Now, since you have the item frame and the item corresponding to what's inside the machine. Now, once you hit the button, you won't hear any clicking sound, would you? Nah, since the machine is actually filled with items. All you hear is the button. But what happened? Here's the obsidian, right here, in this chest. So here's another resource machine that you can correspond to anything here. So, as you can see, that I left a space open right here at the back. But why did I do that? Well, so you can put back the item, the actual resource item, and you can fill it up in the back, pretty much. And if you want this machine to be anything else, it's totally up to you. But I decided to make it an actual resource machine where obsidian is actually involved. But I did have another one, like an actual obsidian machine already. But I actually made this to make it look like obsidian itself. And now the cobblestone one, I will actually show you of what could happen in that matter. But that actually, since that took me not that long, you know what? I'm actually going to build that actually. Show you an actual different machine that can give you a cobblestone itself alone. So that you still have a way to get the actual item itself. Okay? Now, I'm actually going to build that right now. Alright? So the items you're definitely going to need. Cobblestone, dispenser, and dropper. Redstone repeater, button or lever, no matter which one, or both if you choose to. Iron door, wooden pressure plate on inside and out. You'll see what I meant by that. Okay? So these are the items you're definitely going to need. Alright? So we're going to go ahead and start building this quickly if we can. Now, you're going to go ahead and build cobblestone walls about 6 blocks wide by 5. 6 by 5, okay? Okay, so it's going to be 6 by 5, okay? Now, and then you are definitely going to need hoppers for this since I already have a hopper sitting out. So I'm going to go ahead and pick block that. So that comes into my hotbar here. And hoppers are basically a useful item in any way you use them in any way. So, now the reason why I say dropper is because that's going to be the inside of the machine. Now the dispenser is actually going to come out of the machine. It's where you stand, where the door actually is going to be at. Okay, and then you're going to add to the wall here a 2x5, okay, and leaving these open, okay. Now this is where the iron doors come into play. So you're gonna press that, or put the iron door there, so that you have a way to get out, and then you're gonna have an iron door here, pressure plate there, and here, so that once you get in, boom. You can press press a button or a lever of any way, and a dispenser will be on top of you, and you can get out that way. So that it's very secretive, so no one will know what you just collected from there. But the actual structure itself alone will indicate of what is inside the machine. So we're going to go ahead and go around the actual machine alone, and leave a space back here, open. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and start in this corner and head to that corner. And go around. Okay? And now, since we got it to that high, now we're going to go ahead and go up 2 tiers and leave a space in the middle of this section here. And you're going to see why the dispenser is going to sit there. So we're going to go ahead and go inside here and place the dispenser sitting there. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and get out. Alright? Now since here we have a section here, so we're going to go ahead and place this here, dropper there. Okay? Now this shouldn't be that difficult, I should say. So we're going to go ahead and place this here. And then we're going to go ahead and place repeater. And then a button. Wrong spot actually. Wrong spot! My bad. Right here actually. Bang! So that it still activates the actual dropper. Okay? Now you're going to grab this hopper here. Now here's the thing. So you're actually going to put see here, a dropper facing upwards. Okay? And then what's going to happen here is that I'm going to place a block here. Repeater here. Button here. So that it activates the dropper. Alright? Then what you're going to do is that place another dropper, or actually a hopper, facing towards that block, so that it goes up in the hopper, okay? And then what you're going to do is actually put a dropper right here, okay? And then you're going to do the same exact thing, okay? You're going to place a block here, then go have the this thing here, or the repeater right here, and then you're going to place a block here, button there, so that it still activates it. And then what happens is that now, since you have it at the same height that you need it at, okay? Now, you're going to place block there and have it come all the way to here, okay? Okay, now, you're going to remind that block that was miscellaneous in the wrong spot, because that's not where it's going to go, okay? And then you're going to get the hopper here. And then you're going to crouch, well, not right now. So you're going to go ahead and place the hoppers and the spots of corresponding right where it needs to go. And now you're going to go ahead and mine this here. Now, since this is a dispenser, you're going to go ahead and place the hopper here. Okay? Now here comes the good part of this machine alone. Okay? Now, you don't really have to move a wall or any kind. All you have to do is get up in here. Now, since you know where the dispenser is, all you have to do is place a button here, and you can dispense whatever item you just got. But you have to do it in the correct order in any way. So, I mistakenly forgotten that's the door to get in and the door that goes out. Okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and just place the cobblestone up in here. Okay? So now it's sitting in there. Now you got to do this correct in order for this to work. Okay? Okay? You got to do this correct. Otherwise, it will not work for you. So, first button is always from the left. You've got to go from left to right. Okay? And now it's in this dispenser. And now it's going to be in this dispenser. Or this dropper here. So you're going to hit that button. Now you're going to come inside here. See? There it is. Very easy and simple. Correct? So, don't mind my lights. It's getting a little dark up in here, so don't mind any of my lighting structures up in here. So now since you've got the actual item back, it's just a little test that it will work, but it takes a little bit of a process to make this work. And it does work, is that you gotta do it just the right sequence. Okay? Now, since you have the actual sequence memorized, if you have it by memory, now the last thing you're going to do is actually fill up the walls up by 2 tiers. Okay? Outside walls, not inside walls. Okay? So the outside walls, you're going to go up 2 tiers, and then you're going to fill in the actual inside with light. Alright? Why do I say light? Good question. That is a very good question. Does anybody know? Well, I can answer that for you. Okay? We're going to go ahead and remove this lever here and get glowstone. Okay? We're going to go ahead and get that glowstone here. Now, we're going to go ahead and place glowstone all the way across, not on the hopper. I didn't want to click on the hopper, but you're still going to place all this lighting right here. Okay? Why do I say you're going to put lighting there? Well, if you have this game on easy, believe me, monsters will do spawn there. Okay? They will spawn lights, level lights of 7 or lower. And yes, I did do a little research of that. So just bear with me on that. So just go with me, okay? Alright. Now since you have that ready to go, it's just now doing it the right sequence. So you gotta make sure you do it correct. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and get rid of all the items we have if you're doing this in creative, okay? And then getting 9 stacks of cobblestone maxed out, okay? Now since that is filled, you got to make sure you do this correct, okay? So it's always the right sequence. If you don't do the right sequence, you will hear a click. Okay? You will hear a clicking sound. If you don't have the right first button, you will hear a clicking sound. So if you don't hear a clicking sound, you know you have the correct first button sequence. So, gotta make sure you do it right, otherwise it's not gonna work for you. Alright? Now, since there's nothing in this dispenser, you will hear a clicking sound, okay? Now, if you didn't do the sequence right, you will hear a clicking sound here. So you know there's nothing there, okay? So let's say you hit the button on the right and went to the left, and then you went inside and you hit the button inside, you don't get nothing. So you gotta make sure you do it the right sequence, okay? Make sure you do it right. Otherwise, it's not gonna work for you, alright? So we're gonna go ahead and put that cobblestone back in the machine. And now you got a cobblestone structure. And this actually is a machine. So that you can actually put this in your home. But I prefer making a home that is big enough for this structure itself alone. Because it's going to be 5 tiers high by 5 blocks wide and by 6 blocks wide. Okay? So it's going to be 5 by 6 blocks around, and it's going to be 5 tiers high. So you got to make sure you have a big enough home and have this actual wall or this machine inside the wall, but make sure you have the doors out a little bit. Okay? So that you have a way to get inside. But if you have the wall literally all the way in, then you put the doors here, from right here to right here. So that you can still get in, press that button, and then get out. So that people won't know what you just did. But here's the thing. Getting the actual stones, you gotta have like a secretive way of getting inside and then getting back out without people noticing you just went through the wall. And I will make an actual big home with this in there, and also the all the resource machines that I'm going to be building this episode, and then I'll show you the homes that I will be building off screen with the actual machines that we build in these episodes. And then I will show one episode per house with one machine in it. Okay? So there's going to be, there's going to be 5 resource machines and 5 houses with those resource machines. That includes the potion stand, okay? And I did a little research on the potion stand that I made. The dispensers that are in that machine that I actually showed you how to build or put into the machine, remove those and put droppers in it. Okay? I found that out the hard way, actually, as a matter of fact. So it looks like the droppers actually is a lot easier instead of the actual dispensers, because droppers, they don't make a clicking sound unless they're empty. The dispensers, even if they're full or empty, they will make clicking sounds. As you can see that it dispensed a cobblestone from right here. When I hit this button, it made a clicking sound. Since it did dispense an item, even though it made a clicking sound, it meant that it was either full or empty. But you won't know that if it's either full or empty. But if I click this now, It's empty. Nothing came out. Right? So, I would find that a little easier if, so the reason why I did that so that I can replace those holes there, just to show you that you can put the doors there if you wanted to, if you want to build a home with this machine. But make sure you have a way to get back inside the machine. Once you know your machine is empty, it will make a clicking sound. So just remember, if you hear a clicking sound from the droppers, then you know it's empty. Alright? Pointer. Alright? Now, unfortunately, I did run out of time. Actually, so I did 2 resource machines. But I will be doing 5 episodes of 3. Actually, I'm going to do 3 more episodes of these resource machines. And I'm going to do 1 resource machine per episode. So I can still have 5. And then the other 5 episodes will be houses per episode that already has been built by me with the resource machine inside the house. Okay? And until then, if you like this video, smack that like button and also post this video so that other people can find my videos, so that helps me a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Minecraft Guides, and I'm your host, SurvivalMan1, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.